Alright, so tonight we're gonna go nowhere without keys. Tonight we're gonna ride around Kingsport. It's kind of late. I've been trying to get out all kind of night, so I haven't been able to. So this is a 1993 or a 1994. I don't really remember. I'll have to look at the title. 883 Sportster. I bought it from a local auction. You know, it needed tires, leaked oil. I think I have that fixed now with the rocker boxes. The rocker box seals replaced. Has an S&S carburetor, which is kind of a pain in the butt to tune. It's actually too big for this bike, so I might end up switching back to a Mikuni. I have a Mikuni straight through carb, very similar to the S&S, but it has a smaller venturi. So I may end up switching to that, or I may end up switching to 40mm CV carb, which would make it a whole lot more rideable. But you know, it needed tires, it needed all the things that any bike that comes in my garage needs. Tires, basics, tires, fluids. I think I changed the primary fluid. I haven't changed the oil yet. I figured with it leaking so much oil, it'll be alright. But this is just a ride along Kingsport. It's a beautiful night. Nothing too fast or crazy. Nothing about this bike is too fast or crazy. It could be, though. I may have the idle adjusted a little too low. I was messing with it earlier because it was a little too rich. It's a little too rich on the idle circuit. You could smell it in the garage. So I dialed that back. Maybe I don't have the idle adjusted quite right. But this is a really fun little bike. I do have a different seat which pushed me back maybe about an inch, gave me a little bit more room here so that I'm not so cramped. You know, before I was kind of up here. Now I'm sitting back just a little bit. It's a pretty comfortable seat. I think it is a stock seat from the 90s, so it's period correct. But this is a super fun bike. I do enjoy it. Last time I rode it, the headlight kept falling out. There was a bolt that was the bolt that needed to be replaced. But it's a beautiful night out here, Kingsport. So I'm just going to do what I'll call kind of the downtown loop. It's I think 10 p.m. Not a lot of traffic. Nice and cool, not too cold. We got Kingsport's finest leading the way here, whether they know it or not. Certainly a part of the video. This bike is really comfortable to ride. Again, it's not the fastest thing in the world. Obviously, it's just a little 883. I think the thing's got 49 horsepower, 50 horsepower. I don't know what it's got. The S&S car probably doesn't help it down low, but it seems to help it up on the top. But this is the only 883 I've ever ridden. This is also kind of a test of my night settings on the Osmo Action 4. I don't think I've uploaded. I've taken some night ride videos maybe last year, but I don't know that I've uploaded any. So I don't know. Yeah, now that idle's better. It's just the cold idle. You hear the engine running better now. So that was just a cold idle issue. So I think I've got it dialed in then. When it was running richer, you could dump the choke or the enrichener. It's really an enrichener, but whatever. Choke. But you could dump that choke pretty early. I need to do more content though on the bikes I do have and things I do. So these rides and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to get more of these out. If you haven't already seen it, I started on it's a 2007 Vulcan Classic 1500. I'm gonna try. I don't want to do tutorials as how to fix it. Really just kind of create content about the bikes that I am putting together, and then, you know, when it comes time to you know, let these go on to their new owners, we can definitely link all of the videos in the marketplace listing. That way the buyer's got, you know, kind of a full view of everything that I've done. I don't want people to think that I just, you know, hurry up and do things quick and trying to make a quick buck. I enjoy working on them. I enjoy working on them and getting bikes that might otherwise end up in a scrapyard or become parts bikes. I like to get them running and get them riding and give them a second chance. Let's make sure this thing isn't going anywhere. I hope it's not going anywhere. Had that happen to me before. Yeah, it's going somewhere. That's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull over and reset the mic. Pull into the bank here. I don't have a real good place to clip the mic, so and I can't feel the mic through the glove. So let's get the mic reset real quick. Oh, there went the glove. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, that was falling off. Hey, we're still recording. We're still recording, right? Recording. I do see a little smoke, so maybe I didn't get the oil leak fixed. No oil back there. Might just be some residual from cleaners and stuff. I hope. But anyways, back to the ride. I have to switch to reserve, and to be honest, on this Fatcock I put on here, I don't know which way it goes. A small tank you don't get a lot of mileage out of this. Right away. might pull over and switch this to reserve. I'm just stopping all kinds of times. Let's see which way reserve is on this. I think I had it on reserve. Yeah, and that's off. I did have it on reserve. Okay. Well, hopefully we got enough gas. I've only ridden 76 miles on this tank. I should be okay. But to be honest, with all the carb tuning and everything I've been doing, I don't have a real good feel for where this tank is at all. Or, you know, where my miles per gallon is and how much I can get out of a tank. I don't know why I got a red turn. I think I kind of misshift there. A little bit of a misshift. That was on me. Is that gas station open? Well, it certainly looks open. I'll go to the next one. I think I'm okay. I think the whole thing holds 2.1 gallons. Oh, nope, I'm not okay. Oh, that's hilarious. I've been through this once. I know how to kind of nurse it. So we are going to nurse it to that gas station. That's hilarious. As I'm passing the gas station, I'm like, I'm okay. No! I should probably put it on. That would probably be helpful. Please prepay inside. Well, how much I need? How much is gas? 4. Only $5. One pump. 2. All right, we're gonna stop the recording for a minute. Preserve people's privacy. Okay. Let's see how much it takes. And that's it. Such a small tank. 2 gallons. Oh yeah, that was out, and that was definitely on reserve. Okay, so 40 miles to a gallon? Really? No way. Okay. Well, you know, I wouldn't believe it, but there it is. And we'll reset it because I did make some adjustments to the carb. So we'll reset it and we'll see kind of where it lands now. I got all my stuff. Ooh, good. Wants to go now. Every time I leave the gas station, I'm touching everything, make sure I have it. Phone, wallet, camera, microphone's touching my nose, so I know it's there. I'm gonna find a better way to, I don't know where to put it. This is a fun little bike. I've thought about, and I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. It depends on if I keep the bike or not. Right now I'm into it for about, you know, what I think the market would handle retail. It's a little bit better because it has the fluid pulled and the tires are done and rocker boxes are done. Like I've gone through all my kind of standard work, you know. So I'd say it's probably one of the, you know, I would say it's the best Sportster out there in this, you know, kind of year range, but it's probably one of the better ones. You know, it's not one with flat tires and, you know, the listing that where they know what they got. You know, that's not this bike. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, because I don't think I'm going to, you know, I might trade it. I don't know. It depends. But if I decide to keep it, which is a possibility, I might go up to the 1275. They've got a 1275 bore on this thing, which will get it up with a stock carburetor, I think stock cam, stock carb, no head work, no port, no polish. I'll get you up to like 82, I think is what it was, Hammer Performance. I think it was 82 horsepower and 80 something foot-pounds of torque, which would be pretty crazy on the smaller platform. Actually, that idle is probably a little high. But that's a good thing, because the enrichener should be on longer than what I had it on. There's kind of a little bit everywhere tonight. Now, you may see me cross on this red light. This red light is terrible for motorcycles. Each one of these lanes runs independently, so the chances of me getting a lane without anybody behind me, or getting a turn signal without anybody behind me, are slim to none. I know they will get one, and as long as they've got one and there's no oncoming traffic. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Because again, I'm not gonna get a lane, or not gonna get a signal. This is a nice bike though, man. This is a comfortable ride. I'd like it maybe if my mid controls were forward just a little bit. I don't think I'd like forward controls on this bike. Maybe just a little bit. If I could get a couple inches on these mid controls, I think I'd be right in the right pocket. The seat pushing me back an inch is definitely more comfortable than where it was. I'm probably actually kind of pushing on that back bolster a little bit more than it's intended for, but whatever. This is a bike, I think I'd like to take this on a trip. Let's ride it out a few hundred miles. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know what kind of content I would create out of that, other than just a trip. Do 500 miles on a Sportster? Sure, I think so. I mean, it's 6 gas station stops. Let's think about that. Where would I go? Out of Virginia? Kentucky? Could ride it to my mom's house, that'd be fun. One thing I like about these Harleys, man, is the turn signals. They're so simple. Why couldn't I get that on a Metro Cruiser? Is it patented? Like what's going on? It's so simple. You know, push the button right here. That's it. The metric cruiser, you gotta push over, and you gotta cancel it. This is awesome. I bet they've got a patent on the logic board that controls that. I'll just bet. I hope you guys can see this video. Again, this is kind of a test of the suggested night settings on the Osmo. We'll try and keep it down coming through my part of the neighborhood. I think we're going to go to the right on this one today. Ooh. And there we go. That concludes our trip through Kingsport. We do have to put the other bikes away though. Oh. GSXR, that's coming up next. I think I've got all the parts to do the throttle body. That should be a separate video, or that will be a separate video. This bike's heavy. I don't feel like pushing it. Yeah, that one. We'll check that in a little bit and see if it leaked any oil. We'll have to go to the left of the tire today. I gotta get this out and rattle a little bit. All right, guys, that concludes the trip. See you next time.